Yo, what is good, YouTube, man? This is, of course, your boy ExactoKnife. Hopefully, this video finds everybody doing great. All my gang know to drop the like and watch the whole video. It helps the channel out greatly. Leave a comment, like I said, throughout the video, as if you see anything you agree or disagree with, or if you want to enlighten me in your opinion and shit like that. Let me know. I appreciate all of that. You know what I'm saying? On all my other videos, there's a lot of people in the comments get active, helping each other out, getting better together. That's what I'm all about. Let's get right. But anyways, so first things first, bro. I will be dropping all of them, the slashing, shooting, playmaking, and defense. Lord willing, this week I should drop all of them either back to back to back to back, or I'll take some day breaks in between. But anyways, this is my official opinion, but it is an educated opinion because I play every position on the game: post score, guard, screens guard, ISO guard, lockdown, ice against ISO, lockdown against screens, lockdown in the stage, center, inside center, outside center, and post score. So I play literally every physically possible position. I try every physically possible takeover, and I've tried every physically possible badge. So you know what I'm saying? I have a 95 win rate, and I play every single game mode. So this opinion is not just some random old head that has a YouTube channel giving y'all. This is actually somebody that's really good at the game, that studies the game, that's a student of the game, dropping this knowledge on y'all. And I also take into account how the game plays. Every badge is good in a vacuum. There's no badges this year except for I think one, and it's not in the slashing category. There's no badges in this game that do not work. Every badge does its job as it's supposed to. It's just given how the game is designed, how the current patches affect the game, what type of builds you see 99.9% of the time online, that will affect what badges are useful and what play styles are useful, you know, because those two things are intertwined. But let's get right into it first and foremost with Acrobat. So Acrobat, and this is going to be a key example. A lot of people love this badge. I see some people rocking it, but if I have to be honest, bro, there's no badge that's F tier, but it's E tier. And because the Acrobat, yeah, if you like doing flashy things, I'm not keep using the badge, you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling nobody to stop using any badge that they have successful. This is a rough guide for people that are about to be getting the game on Christmas, etc. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all gotta get right. It's just, this is what a comp player looks at badges and says this is the best finishing badges. Acrobat, if you're doing acrobatic layups and you don't have a high layup, which most people on this game do not upgrade their layup very high unless you're on current gen, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking from next gen experience mostly. If you have a very high layup and you do a lot of Euro steps and hop steps and that's just something you love to do, it'll help you make them. But if you have a high driving layup, you should also have a high driving dunk. And in that case, just go for a dunk, because the longer you finagle in the paint, the longer you're giving yourself a chance to get blocked and stuffed and sent to the fourth row. That's just how, like, this game is. Blocks are strong. Almost every player got rim protector, chase down. Like, when you're at the 10, you got to take it with the badges in the S tier and just go strong to the 10. You'll get a basket every time. You don't have to do anything extra. But enough about that. Back down Punisher. Now, I love post scoring, but this is a badge tier list. It's not a post score tier list, and it's going to the C tier. And the problem with this badge is no matter what level it's on, it is super good against centers with no strength, guards, people with no brick wall, people with no post move lockdown. It is just so good, and it's all sunshine and rainbows until you run into somebody with high strength, high interior, and or high brick wall. And at that point, you're pushing into a literal brick wall. You're pushing into a freight train that's going. Like, you cannot move anyone on this game despite having, you can have post takeover, 99 strength, high ass post control, this badge Hall of Fame. Like, you can have a massive size advantage, which the player builder says factors into how good you back people down, and you just cannot move nobody, man. So the post this year is very underwhelming despite how many good moves and animations there are, and that this badge is at the forefront of it. You can't move nobody out the way, you know what I'm saying, unless you already have a massive advantage, and then this badge doesn't even do anything. Dream Shake, once again, somebody that loves to do up and unders. This badge, if this was 2K17, 18, or 19, right here, the up and under specialist. That badge was so amazing, and those moves were so amazing. Now, right back down there. I'm aware that it can help you like get like a little stun, like a tight handles. I'm aware that it boosts shots after drop steps, pump fakes, and stuff like that. But I'm sorry, if you play like that, like, and if you play in the post, you have to play like a V word, bro. You have to play like an absolute piece of shit, or you will miss. If you're doing too many moves, same with Acrobat. You see the pattern? If you're doing too many moves, you're gonna get stopped. If you want to run it, definitely run it. You can pull off some nice clips with it, but just be aware that this badge is not carrying you to a single win on its own. It's gonna have to be your skill. Next, Dropstepper. I think my old tier list, if I don't think I showed it, but my old tier list I think had it in the S tier, and it is that good. But like I said, paint offense has just been so easy that, and we found out over the past months truly how easy it is with certain builds and badge combinations that, I mean, it does its job, but it also sets you up for a chance of a turnover in every single game mode. Especially most post scores, I figure y'all gonna be on 1s and 2s, and all these guards and other centers are gonna do is just spam, bro. They're just gonna spam. If you get a good drop step animation, you can still just get randomly 100% smothered contested out of nowhere. It is way better than trying to do some other things in the post, like Dream Shake and Spin Technician coming up, but be aware that this badge, you're gonna need to have a gold or Hall of Fame to get any results out of it, and that's against people with no post move lockdown. The next, Fast Twitch. I was debating if I should put it in the A tier, but it's still S tier to me. It just makes your dunks and layups faster in the paint, just pretty much in general, off of standing though, not off of driving, only off of standing. And what can I say about Fast Twitch? It allows paint mashing. It allows pump fake, go up when somebody jumps, even against pogo stick. It's a crazy badge. Fearless Finisher, A tier. Even if you don't have a high driving layup and you only get this on bronze or silver, even if you're a post scorer on current gen that has no driving layup at all, you can actually use this badge is great for making just contested layups. That's what it does. Contested layups in the paint and even dunks sometimes activate this badge. So if you're a slasher, you should definitely have this equipped on at least something. You know what I'm saying? I've noticed, I know a lot of people don't get it that high on next gen because they don't upgrade their layup that high because it's not required to. Only the dunk is required to get upgraded, so people say badge points, but it is what it is. Giant Slayer. I'm putting in the D tier. It is a little bit better because when you run it even on bronze or silver, just like Fearless Finisher, it does have an effect. It's not for making contested layups on big centers. It actually helps prevent blocks, chase downs, and just jump contests from taller players than you. And if you have a small player, which most people in this game do, or at least did before the patch, now that everybody's super tall, you have a massive advantage when you have this badge even low tier. It definitely makes a noticeable difference, but the problem is it's the situations it's useful in is not every single time down. And if a big player is jumping at you, there's still a high chance of a block. So run it if you have the badge points for a little bit, like bronze or silver or something like that, but do not rely on it. Grace Under Pressure. This is the badge that allows all the tomfoolery to happen in the paint, and y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. This is the badge that allows all the bullshit, you know what I'm saying, smothered, red layups, all that crack. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. This badge is great. I will say you want to have it. It increases gradually up to gold, but I would not have it lower than gold. And once you put it Hall of Fame, oh my god, like Hall of Fame is when the bullshit starts happening. So definitely check it out if you haven't already. Hook Specialist. Now, as much as I would love to say that, I feel like hooks are a lot better on current gen than next gen, and maybe this is why I'm saying this because I'm a next gen player, but hooks are something that's really fucking broken in Takeover when you have the post shot daggers, and really fucking inconsistent when you don't have it. You can hit hooks without Takeover, obviously, but like I said, this might just be next gen from the gameplay that I've watched of both. I feel like hooks are impossible to contest on current, whereas on next gen, a small guard could be standing hands up next to a 7-3 center and get a 30% contest on a hook. So whichever version you play, that's the information that I'm giving you, so use that as you will. You know what I'm saying? And to go with that, let me just grab the Pro Touch and put it right below it. Now, if you have a choice between like silver hook specialist, silver Pro Touch, because they both only work on hooks, you know what I'm saying, perfectly timed hooks, and Hall of Fame hook specialist, because you know what I'm saying, that's the same badges for current gen, or like on next gen, let's say like Hall of Fame hook specialist and bronze Pro Touch, or gold hook specialist and silver Pro Touch, or something like that. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro, like this badge is way better because you can not even have this badge at all and still hit your hooks. But if you do have Pro Touch, it will help you get more greens and more whites will go in. So if you're post hooking, have both of these badges equipped, but do prioritize hook specialist because it helps you from all ranges and all hooks, no matter what. Limitless Takeoff. This badge on any tier is amazing. Silver is kind of the sweet spot, and Hall of Fame, like if you have a build of Hall of Fame Limitless Takeoff and you have the right dunks equipped, you know what I'm talking about, bruh. This badge, once you're airborne, you're like way less likely to get blocked in this game, which is why when you're winding up for a dunk, that's when you get chased out. But once you're in the air and ready to dunk, especially with unblockable dunk packages, you're not getting stopped. You know what I'm saying? So With limitless takeoff, if you're a slasher, the higher you get it, the better. Have it as high as you can, because once you're airborne, you cannot get stopped. I cannot stress this badge enough. Lob City Finisher. Now, lobs can be timed so easy without any Lob City Finisher. It does increase your chances in traffic, but with how much interceptions there are and how many like steals and how many dumb animations you get and how slow some passes for lobs be flying, I do not recommend running it. If you do run it on bronze or something like that, bro, because if they're so easy to time, if they're gonna miss, they're gonna miss anyways. Posterizer actually affects lob success more than Lob City Finisher ever will. And like I said, they're not even an effective part of the game. Mouse on the house. So this badge, I mean, I personally am not a giant fan of it, but I do understand its value. The biggest value comes when you're a really tall center going against a short center that still has great defense. Because obviously, if you're a center going against a guard with no interior D, no block, no intimidator, it's not gonna, mouse on the house is not gonna make a difference. Yeah, it'll pop up and you'll be like, oh wow, mouse on the house helping me out. It's not really doing anything, to be honest. It's only if you actually have a real defender on you, then it'll actually be a difference between a make or a miss. It does give you more dunks, more layups, allow you to get a little bit better animations in the paint with lower contest ratings. So, I mean, if you're a tall center, you gotta have that badge on. It's gonna give you like an actual massive advantage. Post spin technician, man. Boy, when the year came out, I was overrating the fuck out of this badge because the takeover I was running. And to be honest, even with the post takeover that lets you post spin people out the way, this badge is fucking dog shit. This badge is ass, and I will not be changed my mind about it and convinced otherwise. If you are on current gen, the post scores can do that stupid spin when they spin forward and slip off of you with and without take with this badge. If you are current gen, 1v1 player, S tier. Next gen and everything else, this badge is trash. Like, you cannot do anything with it. I could have it Hall of Fame with a post score going against a guard and post take, and it does not give me an advantage. It's absolutely fucking flabbergasting how bad this badge is for actual post offense. Like, and I'm talking about the forward spins, the overpowered ones, the one where you spin toward where you're facing. If you do the other one, you're just asking to get ripped and stumble and bumble your way out of bounds or lose half of your stamina bar. Disgusting. Posterizer, obvious S tier, no explanation needed. I'm pretty sure everyone's aware of Posterizer by 2022 damn near. Putback Boss, yeah, like I said, I had a video blow up of me teaching you how to do putback dunks. If you haven't checked it out, please do check it out. It's a great video. But yeah, Putback Boss, B tier. I mean, Putback Boss does its job. After you get a board, you can go up with a way higher percentage chance of making it, you know what I'm saying? And if you have like things like fast twitch and grace under pressure, that's only going to be amplified. And you can do one of the most fun game mechanics, which is run out the corner and do putback dunks. You can do some crazy putback dunks in this game. You can grab the ball out of the defensive rebounder hands. It's stupid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rise Up. Rise Up is a great badge. For post scores, for inside centers, for everybody, it just increases your chances of a standing dunk with somebody there or not. I actually think Rise Up is more important than Posterizer for standing dunks. If you're doing those, I'd prioritize Rise Up over Posterizer higher. Because Posterizer is mostly just going to help you dunk with the contact dunks. It'll help you dunk in traffic, but Rise Up will help you every single time. You know what I'm saying? Every single time you dunk in the paint, it's a great badge to have. Slithery Finisher. A lot of people don't understand how really good this badge is, and it frustrates me. You know what I'm saying? It really frustrates me because anytime with these unblockable dunk packages or any dunk package, anytime the defender turns the corner on you and you're like, oh, I'm right there. And then you're like, your player just got his hands up as they just drive past you and dunk. That's Slithery Finisher. Slithery Finisher literally allows you to not get bumped into a stupid smothered layup or into throwing it up from the mid-range or something like that, and allows you to take it to the tin without getting interrupted and get the best animation possible for you. Run this badge as high as you can if you have any interest in attacking the basket as a guard or a slasher. Teardropper. Now, it's not as bad as these three badges in terms of, like, I actually see people do teardroppers with teardropper. And even though it's a stupid move and you're just, like I said, you're finagling your way in the paint, which is something you shouldn't be doing, it is a lot harder to block and a lot more efficient than trying to do Euro hop steps or up and unders or post spins. I will say that, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some tall guards, especially in some people with, I will say this is a badge for some people with a high layup. You don't get animations. Maybe there's some layup package that does, but I remember in 2K19, you could do teardroppers from like damn near the 3-point line, and that shit was overpowered. If you find a layup package that does that, please let me know in the comments, or if you have that, because then this badge is actually like quite good, because you're just avoiding the paint like tomfoolery altogether. You're avoiding all the centers in there, all the help defenders, all the rotations, all the chase downs. If you just get somebody with and you just like teardropper from like the free throw line, if you can find one that does that, yeah, definitely, for sure. You know what I'm saying? That badge is pretty good. But I mean, for now, I'll just leave it here. You know what I'm saying? Unstrippable going into the C tier. I didn't try to make it like line up like that, but it just ended up doing like that. Unstrippable, great for posts, great for slashers, great for guards. Probably not useful running over bronze or silver. I kind of see no advantage, because if you get ripped, you just get ripped. And people usually aren't even in position on you like that. But to prevent yourself from getting ripped from behind or getting ripped out of a drop step, run it on a little bit. So that's the tier list, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, man. Stay blessed, stay grinding, have a great rest of y'all day, and I'm gonna catch you in the next one. Peace out, bro.